Hi everyone, welcome to my office. Today I'm going to take you guys through a day of work with me, and I'm going to give you guys a tour of my office while we're at it. So I usually get to the office at 8 a.m. and I start off my morning by checking my emails and creating a to-do list. This is something that I definitely recommend for you guys to do because it really helps to make sure that you're staying on track, and that's really helpful, especially if you're working from home. And I know, I look like I'm not doing anything right now, but this morning I was actually on a call for the first 2 hours, not on video, thankfully. It was just a meeting. They were actually pre-recorded, so I was actually just catching up on those meetings just to make sure that I was up to date on things. Another tip that I have for you guys is to make sure that you keep a bottle of water close by, because you'll probably sip your way through at least 4 bottles like I do by the end of the day. I have really increased my water intake by doing this. This one might be a little weird, but if you're like me and you always forget to take your vitamins, just keep them at work. Here I am struggling to open the bottle, but I keep my bottle with me in the drawer where I keep most of my office supplies, and that way at some point during the day I end up going into that drawer and then I remember to take my vitamins. So try that out. By this point, I had finished my first call, so I hopped on my phone for a little 10-minute break before my next meeting at 10:30. Breaks for me are very necessary. They prevent me from being too burnt out during the day, especially since most of my days now consist of me being on the computer, since most of my meetings are now held virtually. If you guys are wondering what I actually do, I work for a non-profit, which is known for doing substance abuse and mental health treatment, but I personally work in the youth prevention area. I'm the prevention specialist, and I help to build the program from the ground up. It's been a really cool opportunity and a lot of work, but definitely worth it. And I have a whole video going into a lot more detail, which I'll have linked up above at the top of the screen and down below in the description box. Usually around 2 o'clock I start crashing. As you can see, I'm starting to look very tired, but we're going to get into the fun part of this video now, and I'm going to show you guys a tour of my office. My desk has a lot of storage, which is something that I really love about it. I definitely have a place for everything on here, which helps me to keep my actual desk area clear so that I can actually get things done during the day, and I feel like once my area is clear, then my mind is clear. I have a few photos around my office which I never got framed, but I still love having them there. They help me to feel like I'm not stuck in the office all day long. I also have this card which is filled with affirmations. I got it at an event and it's just there. It's nice to have it in case I happen to look at it. Like I said, I usually keep my water bottle on my desk along with my iPad, my AirPods, and my 2 phones, personal and work phone, as well as a book. And right now, that book of choice is a cookbook, and I just kind of flip through it for inspiration. Really random, but I keep extra clothes up here in case I need to change for some reason. I have my favorite speaker on this level along with some cards that I got from people for different occasions. And then on this level I just have all of the basic office supplies that you'll find in literally every office. Up here I keep all of my actual program supplies, things like manuals, current books that I'm reading. Right now I have this book, Managing Yourself, up here, which I started forever ago and never actually got through. If you have any book recommendations for me, leave them down below in the comments. If you know me, you know that I'm literally always thinking about food, so what would be more fitting to be on my desk that wasn't work related? Definitely a cookbook. I knew it had to be around 2 o'clock. Luckily for me, Carrie Ellen, this time, I would only have 2 more hours of work. This is a pretty new thing. We used to end work at 5 o'clock, and just recently they moved it to 4 o'clock. So I have an extra hour now of daylight, of freedom, where I can either go home and film YouTube videos and take advantage of that light, or I can do other things. And on this day in particular, I actually decided to go to the beach. So I'm going to take you guys along on my beach day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment down below and subscribe to my channel. We have finally passed my 200 subscriber mark. I was so excited. I set this goal that we were gonna hit 200 by the end of the month, and we did it, you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Keep subscribing if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.